mean, I'm even back when all I did was, I put a microphone in just a CPU, I mean, it was terrible sounding, but I had the microphone and I just had my acoustic and I just sang a bunch of songs. The quality was terrible, but some of the targets, man, they're like, man, that sounds great, you know?
Really?
And I'm like, thanks, you know? But, now there's much better quality stuff. But, yeah, for me, music is definitely, that's one thing when I get stressed or whatever, man, I go out to my barn, man, and I just jam, you know, but I play all the time. I'm at a pretty big church, in East Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
And that's another thing. Like you retire and you meet people and for me, it's divine intervention. I've been blessed, but then you get people calling you and saying, you need to lay low in the tall grass. And I'm like, bro, I don't know how to do that.
It's not.
I'm like, what do you want? What do you want me to do? I'm retired. You don't pay me anymore. I'm on stage at least 3 weekends out of the month.
Really?
And I'm up there and there might be 4 services of 1,000 a service, you know? So you do you and I'll do me.
And you managed to pull that off throughout most of your career too, right?
Once I moved to Tennessee, I used to let the job interfere. But after in the book, I talk in depth about the mental crash and my physical, my body just gave out.
We'll get to it.
Yeah. Right. And, but after that, when I moved to Tennessee, I'm like, I'm not going to let the job interfere. And then I landed that Undercover that was close to home, but I'd only been in Tennessee for 6 months, but I'm like, I'm not going to do it, man. I'm not going to let that interfere with my faith. And as I said in the book, I was the headless guitar man for like a year and a half. All the camera people at church knew. They're like, you can't put Scott's face on the camera.
Right.
So all the shots are just,
yes, just
I'm a hand
fingers.
model. Yeah, I'm a hand.
When you're tall enough anyway, somebody's just like, oh man, you got to get the guy that's 6'4" or whatever. This is going to cut him off at the neck. So you got to you were blessed in more than one way because you got to keep your faith in check and then also play on a regular basis.
Yeah.
And keep your chops and
even on that Undercover, I got up. I had an Undercover house. I'm like, I don't know if I want to bring my acoustic up here, but there's a music store in town. I go, I'm gonna go buy an acoustic, and then I'm like, you know what? I've got an old junk guitar. I'm gonna bring it up here with an amp and everything, and
have some jam sessions.
Yeah, you know.
Did you play with any of the bad guys?
Yeah. I mean, not like a band, but yeah, they'd come over and we'd be cutting cocaine deals and
yeah. See, I think that's wonderful. I mean,
jamming out.
That's the perfect.
My real good buddy, who was the other Undercover, Trucker Paul, man, that dude can cook some jambalaya. He ruined me because everywhere I've been to New Orleans so many times, Louisiana, I've had jambalaya at every restaurant. None of it touches his. He's over there cooking jambalaya. I'm on the guitar. Cocaine deals are being done. Dirty cops are coming over asking for jambalaya.
Yes.
You know, it's like, all right.
So what kind of music do you listen to?
Oh boy. All of it, really. I have like an oldies, like for whatever reason, man, the yard work, I get out there on a lawnmower or something. I just hit my oldies and it's like all Motown and stuff like that. But I love blues. I love rock. I love everything, man. But I'm definitely an old 80s hair metal guy. I mean, if you hopped in my vehicle right now, it's probably Hair Nation to start off.
Yeah.
Then I'll turn it one to Ozzy's Boneyard. And then maybe I'll be like, okay, let's go over and check out, Turbo or something. I have to listen to the 90s metal.
And that's what's so beautiful is actually, I think we're around the same age, at least close.
Yeah.
I might be a little older than you, but our music from our decade of the 80s that you're talking about is oldies.
Yeah, I know.
When you say oldies, most people are
I'm sorry. Yeah.
Well, you're going way back.
Yeah, I'm going like oldie.
Yeah.
Oldie. Motown, Detroit, James Brown, Ray Charles, Aretha Franklin, all that stuff. Otis Redding. Ooh, I love me some Otis Redding.
Yeah, and if you like the blues and rock and everything too, I mean, rock wouldn't be the same without putting some soul into it.
No, you got to. Yeah. It's I love it all. I love it. I'm telling you, some of it, I've already said, I play at a church. These bands that are out here now, these churches like Elevation and putting out the music they're putting out is good.
Yeah, the musicianship is insane.
Phenomenal.
Yeah, everybody has access to instant information, which I
didn't have it. Can you imagine if you had YouTube when you were in high school?
No, I mean, you save up to buy the one book that has a couple of transcriptions.
Yeah. I need a tutorial on Yngwie Malmsteen. Bam. You know, I'd have to slow it down for sure.
Please slow it down, but they'll slow it down too.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous, but it's kind of cool too.
It is.
It's one of the
and
cool
you got like AnyTune. You can download that app and you can just pick the song from and you can slow it down. Or I could say, hey man, that's too high. I want to drop it a full step. And the AnyTune, you can take the song and drop it a full step so you can learn it and play it that way.
Pull the drums out,
slow it down so you can hear every note being hit.
It's insane.
Yeah, we didn't have that back then.
I know. Well, that's great. That's the only way you keep those chops up again is to keep playing.
Use reps.
Otherwise, right.
Reps, yeah.
So you're still playing on it.
Oh,
Still playing still.
Yeah. I would say that's a perishable skill if you're not getting the reps in.
And for sure. I can attest to that.
Yeah.
I went to school for music and then took my break and then came back into music, and there was all these great ideas in my head that I had to teach myself again.
Yeah.
You know? It stays up here. It just the faculties.
How about those calluses? They'll wear off.
By
the fourth service, by the fourth service, I'm doing some bends and I'm like, oh, and they're like, oh, he's got the stink face. I'm like, no, this hurts. This hurts. That's what my face is doing that for.
So, all right. So now we got generally understanding your character, which is a chameleon of sorts. You get along with all kinds of folks.
I can just connect. The chameleon thing, we were kind of hitting on it. It's like, I didn't change my dress. I didn't change who I was. I'm just still me. I just connect with people. I like connecting.
I think that's the beauty of undercover work, because training or not, what you do see is when people do succeed. I mean, obviously, access to training would be fantastic, as we discussed before we started, but the ones who succeed who aren't trained are usually, at least in my experience, are people like that you can just talk and get along with whomever, because in their natural state, that's who they are. You're right.
That's what I think for me, especially for me. Now, is that right for everybody? Maybe not. I mean, there's some undercovers that may not talk a lot. They may just go straight in there and do the business. Like if I'm doing a murder for hire, if somebody's hiring me to kill somebody, am I going to hang out with them and ingratiate? Not really. I mean, I'm supposed to be a stone cold killer.
Right. But then you're going,
I'm not going to have beers with you. You know what I mean?
You're getting out of character to do that character.
Yeah.
As opposed to something where you can kind of fit into all these different vibes.